On behalf of Sky Yoga Online English Meditation Group, I am Professor G.K. Bharati, welcoming you all to today's special program. Dear friends, people all over the world do prayer to God for some reason or other. Are all the prayers answered? If not, what's the reason? What should be their prayers? Rather, what should be our prayers? How should it be? We have with us our Professor Muthukumar from Qatar to explain everything on the topic prayer. A small introduction about Professor Muthukumar before handing over the mic to him. Professor Muthukumar ME Structural Engineering, FIE, C Engineering, is Associate Director Structures at Mainhat, Singapore Private Limited, Qatar branch. He is into Sky Yoga for more than 15 years. Happy to welcome you, Professor Muthukumar sir.
Be blessed by divine.
We are all eagerly waiting to enjoy your speech on prayers. Welcome, sir.
Can I share my screen, please?
Yes, sir. That is on the screen. Under there will be a column. To just yes, sir.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible.
Be blessed by divine. Be blessed by divine. The prayer. Everyone does the prayer, as Madam said rightly. Is it addressed first? Are we getting happiness after prayer? What are the wishes we are making through prayer? Are we getting into it? Before understanding the concept, we like to understand why we pray. There are different kind of prayer, different religions do different kind of prayer. All are very good. But what is the fundamental idea about the prayer? Prayer, I would say myself, to control our mind. Why do we have to control our mind? There is a great genie within us. The great genie is nothing but our mind, which gives you everything whatever you need in your life. That's our genie. It's like mind. If you wish to have good life, you will get good life. If you wish to have something bad, you will bad. It won't understand the effect of it, but it will give you whatever you need in your life. That is the strength of the mind. So we have to control our mind in a right way so that we'll get only pleasures in our life. For example, there is a book called Secret. If you read the theme of the book is, whatever you think in your mind, that will happen. Even if you say, if you are going for a long drive, if you think, I should not get accident, I should not get accident. If you think that, you may get accident, they say. Because the mind will absorb the sense, what you are thinking really, what you are feeling really, like accident will happen accident. So rather we'll say, I'll drive smoothly and go ahead with the targets, which means that much sensitive the mind is. So everybody, the prayer, the fundamental idea of the prayer is to make your mind attain to the goal what you are thinking of. Let us take a simple example. If a kid going to the exam, like a 5th standard exam, you go and pray to God. If God give me that, I have to get a right good marks, I have to get a good question, an easy question, kind of thing he is praying. What it does itself, it is controlling its mind and saying itself, he has to do good things ahead. So that's the idea behind the prayer. So that is the prayer for all religions. But when I said the mind, we have to understand what is mind, where it is, how it's functioning. Everyone says my mind is not good, everything. But have we thought about mind? What is mind? Where it is coming? How it is functioning? Is any explanation available? There is a very good explanation available given by the Vethathiri Maharishi. Who were not in this system, I like to explain simple thing. It's like an energy. The whole universe is covered with energy. Within our body also energy. That we called as a magnetic force. If the energy everywhere in the whole universe is called magnetic force, if the energy within our body called biomagnetic energy. That is the energy we call it as a soul or life force, whatever. If that energy goes out of it, or the biomagnetic goes out of it, our body become dead body. So the combination of this, like a physical body, life energy, and absolute space, everything is functioning through it. You know, when you say physical body, everyone knows it's a physical body is the appearance what we have in our look. Like it has center, the genetic center is the center of our body, and it has boundary also. The body shape is the boundary. Life energy also has a genetic center. Who are not in this system may understand when you come to our system, it will be a lot of explanation given to you in later stage. But at the moment, you can understand there is a energy created in our body, it revolves in our body and goes to the universal field, which means that energy revolves in the body with a center of genetic center, but it goes out of the field, it goes and absorb, connected to the entire world, which means it has a center in our body, but it doesn't have any boundary. Absolute is nothing but it's a complete space we have it, which doesn't have any center and doesn't have any boundary. It's eternal. It's like a infinite object. Now we understand about energy in our body, our biomagnetism in our body, how it's functioning in our body. The biomagnetism which is in our body is like going like an electrical current or something. It will go through your senses, like 5 senses. You know, we have a smelling sense, touching sense, seeing and taste and hearing. The biomagnetism goes through the senses, and see, when you have the energy in our body, similarly, every object has the energy. If the energy goes out of it, it interacts with the object which you have in your opposite side of something. It takes the information and comes back to us. It's called wave action. Which way the wave will go and touch that, and reflection it will take from that and comes back to us. Now we have energy certain units. If that the biomagnetic energy is a certain unit, if that goes and interact with the other biomagnetic energy and bring the information, that has a different unit. The difference between these two will feel like a sensual pleasure or pain, whatever it may be. So that is the function of the biomagnetic energy. When all the energy goes and brings it, it also has a capability of recording the information. What are the experience is experiencing or pain is experiencing, recording in our body. It's recording 5 different places. We may understand later, but mainly it's recorded in our sensual organs as well as in brain. What happens, the sensual organs which is experiencing that one, whenever that demand comes, it's functioning and going through the brain. Which means the information, when it goes through the senses, we'll see like a sensual observation. When it goes through the mind, it's called go through the brain, it's called mind. When it goes through the mind, it takes the information of all the sensual pleasures and it gives you kind of different thoughts in your mind. Now, when you say the thoughts are going and absorbing the complete this thing, which is creating your pattern of thinking. Scientifically, people says the brain has an neural networks. When the thought goes to the neural network, it creates a kind of chemical in it. It's create a neural pathway. Scientifically, it says it's like a river in the country or something. When rain comes, the water will go through the river, and when rain stops, the river will be dry, but still the path will be there. When rain comes again, the rain will go same way. Similarly, in our mind, if the mind goes with some particular pattern, it's create a neural pathway. Whenever you think, that will go in the same direction. Now we understand if you don't have control with our pleasure and pain or whatever, it absorb all the things with the sensual pleasure, it goes to the pain with a particular pattern and creates the mind pattern. That mind pattern will create our life. So the prayer is that much important. So now this creates that kind of stages. Now your body, this biomagnetic energy is functioning within our body, within the limitation of body, with the sensual pleasures. That has one stage. If it is connected with our soul and connected with the universe, that's second stage. And when it goes to the absolute truth, it's third stage. So there are three stages we have now that we technically call this is one is Kamatenu. Kamatenu means we might have learned about Kamatenu in movies, like there's a cow gives you kind of whatever you need in life, but actual meaning of it, Kama means desires. Tenu means cow. In a spiritual language, Tenu means cow, which represent our soul, which means Kama. Kama means the lust or desires connected. The soul is attached with your desires. Is called Kamatenu. Whatever is that the function of the Kamatenu within our body itself, it will go as per that the body demands, body requirements, it will functioning that way. The mind also functions the same way. It will be stuck with the same level of conscious. When you go to the second stage is Karpagam. Karpu, it has two words actually. The Karpu means it's a strong. Agam means mind. This strong mind means when it's functioning as like a level of your biomagnetic energy. This has that our experience of desires and disgusting, all this experiencing and try to understand the universal actual why it is happening kind of thing, is trying to go beyond the limit and trying to understand it, and it becomes strong. It do only the good things, not bad things. For example, if you are in the, we can understand ourselves, are we in the Kamadhenu stage or Karpagam stage? Kamadhenu stage means, simple example, we can take it off. Like you want to get a wake up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. You have to do the exercises. You want to do meditations. You are putting an alarm for 4 o'clock. When the alarm rings, you put off the alarm and go to sleep again, which means you are in Kamadhenu stage, which means your body under control of your senses. Your senses demands that even though your conscious wishes to wake up, your body is not allowing to do that, or your senses not allowing to do this. This is the Karpagam stage. When you are in, Karpadenu stage, when it is in Karpagam stage, before 4 o'clock alarm rings, you will wake up. You go for meditation, you go for exercise. Your control, complete control will be under your conscious. It will be like a strong mind. Whatever you decide, you try to do that, irrespective of sensible driving or driving energy or something. That's called Karpagam stage. The third stage is ultimate stage called Chindamani. Chinda means, Chindam means, Chittam means like in Tamil, mind, money means strong, like it become very, very, very strong. It connected to the whole universe. It becomes like a Samadhi stage, which means understand the God, ultimate level, what is the God, and try to get all the secret about universe or something, and it's become one with that. It's like a Maharishi kind of stage. To achieve the stage, this technique, every grand our forefather knows it, or the spiritual leaders knows it, but they want to teach to the normal people. But it might be difficult to explain them because they will not understand the concept. Their mind growth may not be that much, or we can say the childhood age, the mind growth might not be this that strong. So there are stages to explain this. The stages are called concentration and contemplation and samadhi. Concentration means you are making your mind to concentrate in a particular way so that your mind will be in your control. Now, the first, what I said, like the mind is working like without any control. Now, concentration stage, which means they are trying to train your mind in a particular way to follow certain things. Contemplation means they will get like a meditation samadhi, we can discuss later. This concentration stage, what they do for childhood, they can't directly go and make it up. They say that's why the alayam principle comes in the mind. Alayam means means anma, I mean soul, which is layam. Layam means merging. Arma merging with your God is alayam. So how they are trying to do? They want to do the trick with it's a praying place. They are creating kind of ideas like the mind force is acting within our body. So the sensual, through senses only, it has to be controlled. So there are techniques to control your senses with some stories and prayer place. They go the place and show some ideal or something to show pray God and teaching the kids to follow that and kind of things. Sound effect also has an important role. You know, if you see this sound, if you hear this sound, this kind of sound, if somebody hear this kind of sound, they made a goosebumps might have happened in your body. See, it's like if the nail is scratching on a uneven surface, scratching sound, that'll give you kind of awkward. Sorry, I like to close this. Awkward kind of feeling. So, which means the sound is having major impact in our body feelings, actually. That's how mantras are created. There are 51 syllabuses. They fabricate the syllabus in a particular pattern so that it will give you good vibration in your body or mind. It gives you kind of, better atmosphere. And they're saying it's a mantra. And they're showing a statue or something to make you concentrate to that, to pray for your wishes and think only good things during the prayer. If you do the prayer sitting in front of God and thinking somewhere and doing things, there is no use. But you have to concentrate on that. You do the prayer according to that. It's a trying to focus your mind to the particular area. And the mantras will give you kind of feel in your inducing your organs in a particular pattern, give you a good rhythm or something. And people will revolve around that places and create a kind of magnetic, as I said, like everybody has a magnetic energy. That magnetic energy, when you revolve around it, it will give up more, strengthening that area, particular area. Even they will make some plate, and that plate they will carve all the things. They will do all meditate and the mantras regularly. They imprint it, like buried in it. They will create that kind of energy bands, like a temple. That's called temple or church or mosque, whatever. So when people goes there, they will feel the energy. They fabricate some story also, like there is a heaven, there is a hell. If you do good things, you will go to heaven. A bad thing will go to hell, kind of thing. To make the people to make greed, and greed means good things as a gift, or bad things like a pain. So they will make the people to fear for the bad things. That's how they control the small level peoples. That's called alaya. This was done in a previous ages, the Asian time. There are kingdoms in our country. There very much depends on people growth. They thought like a festival time. Festival time is nothing but like there are harvesting happening in the field. People has to sell their product, something. So the farmer, the merchants are gathering together. They're making making like a market for their sellings. So they are making market along with the temple. They will call everyone. They say that there will be function in the temple. Go and pray for the god. Similarly, the product also can be sold during the time. And similarly, people will come and gather things with good thoughts, create a good things. And they are constructing the buildings around this, like Cobrams and all. They are creating it. They store the the energy in it. Plus, the Cobrams are constructed by the kings also, because the cobram has a different purposes. During that, during the old age, there will be enmity will come and conquer the places or steal the money from you. So there are watchtowers. The people has to stand on upper portion or top portion so that they can see long distance to see any enemy are coming or not. As well as the people are from different places, they have to come to the temple, means they know where the temples are. That's how the cobrams are made. Then they made that, fence around. It's like a stone boundary walls to protect the people during the for the prayer, as well as to protect the warriors when they are in the wartime. They're using the different functions, which means this the temples are made with a particular reason and this thing for the good deeds. Now, the problem with this, these are only bhakti marga. Bhakti marga means it's creating believe on your certain things, ask you to believe it, ask you to follow it. Like they will say a story to you. This is a story. This is a something like I don't want to say the story here, but everyone knows it. That story will be told to you because of this is coming here, or kind of thing. Come and pray, you will get everything, fortune, everything. But this will be workable for certain stage. When people are listening and just be blindly believing it, it will work perfectly. They will make the people to concentrate and elevate them to the next level, to the universal this thing, try to explain everything, they can reach ultimate. But unfortunately, there will be, when brain comes, there will be a lot of question comes to the other age of kind of thing. They will not believe the stories. They will always question how it will happen, how man can fly, how this will happen. That kind of question comes, it will completely spoiling the system of it, And sometimes because it's fabricated with, operated by the government because of king or something, or the merchants, there are some benefits for them actually. Like merchants, they want to sell the product. So they will say, you want to go do this one for the price, you want to sacrifice this one, go for this. There will be a marketing also happening. Similarly, and the political issues also topic like. You can understand because of this, sometimes we misinterpret the stories, which says, without doing the proper work, we want to have excuses. Like if the people, the kids will not study well, they will not do any, spend time for studies. They want to pray only God and get these things done. It will happen because of the misinterpretation. They are going to the story and believing the story without doing the function. They are expecting something which may not happening. That's why when you pray also, that things are not happening. And sometimes they're giving like, removing of your sins kind of offer also they gives. Like you can do anything, you can go and pray this one, that one, you will get rid of sins. Actually, the idea behind the removing of sins is a really sensible thing, because when people are dead mistake, if they feel for the mistake, they will feel pain, or they will get depressed. To remove the depression, this idea comes to that. Okay, come there, God will take your pain, take your sins, you will be freed from this. That gives them relief to live a good life. But the interpretation happens in a different way. People, instead of believing this, instead of really feeling for the problem, they think like, okay, I can do, there is an old movie also in Tamil. There is a movie called Kaidiyan Diary. The hero want to kill the villain, and he go and confess first before that, because he thinks God will, how it will happen? When you want to do a bad thing, how God will give you permission to do that? So this kind of problem happening is, so what could be the better option to do this? Now, Maharishi has a system to make it really workable. How it would be, like, as I said, like, there is an energy in our body. There is a energy is revolves, it's called soul. The extension of soul is mind. The mind is going in the, connecting with the absolute. What Maharishi is trying to do, they're trying to bring the mind to the soul itself. Like you will go to the original place where it is comes from. Like mind, we have to bring the mind to the soul level and take the soul to the absolute level, because absolute means everywhere spreads. No, that's created that one. So it will get like a purified way. So that the mind will be in control because it's understand what is the origin of it and it gives it better things. It is called Jnana Marka. That one is Bhakti Marka. Bhakti Marka is really, really good things. But sometimes it will be misinterpreted by the interpreting the peoples. Not with everyone. If whoever misinterpret, they will misinterpret. And this one gives a Jnana Marka, which means they explain everything in a correct way so that we'll understand and do the things like bringing the mind to the soul level, bringing the soul to the absolute level. That has Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga we teach here, and that Kundalini Yoga will understand the center of your, as I said, like there is a center for your life energy. That energy center is called Muladhara. That energy is brought to your Agna Chakra by touching by a master who has already experienced with that. With that energy, it brings to the Agna level and make it off. So there are different stages of meditations: Agna, Duriya, and Duryatita. Agna meditation, what it happens, it's control your mind. See, when you do, when you do an action, there is a reaction for it. Principally, whatever you do in the world, there will be an equivalent reaction on it. There is a Newton's law. That law is simply applies here also. Whatever action you do, there will be a result of it. That you have to experience it. If you do good things, you will get good result. If you do bad things, you will get bad result. If you say, I did a good thing, I can give you a bad thing. I did a bad thing. For compensating that I did good things, will it be cancelled from that? Answer is no. It will not be cancelled. You will experience the bad thing experience also, good thing experience also. Probably the bad thing happens. It might not be that severe as you're doing only sins. If you do the positive things, it might be like you simply say, if you do only sins in your body, you may get an accident in front of hospital. That time, no doctor available, no ambulance available. You may suffer and die for that place, at that place. If you have a good thing, you have a good thing, enough good thing with bad thing, you may get an accident, but immediately there will be a doctor nearby. They will treat you, they will save you, that kind of thing. So the pain can be reduced by doing good thing or bad thing. Why this is happening in my mind, how the people are functioning it. As I said earlier, when you do every observation is recorded in our body. That's called karma, which means whatever the record you have in your mind, that will be going to be a result will be happens in your life in future, near future or far future. That will happen like this. If you're able to, if your lifespan is enough to experience it, you may experience it. Otherwise, it passed through your generations. Similarly, it was got from our forefather also. That's karma's called like Sanjita karma, which means it comes from forefather. The forefather comes from the animal stuff, because that nature also comes to us. That's called inbuilt karma within us. Plus, from the age of 3 to up to this stage, we are doing some action. That action makes the practice. As I said earlier, the brain is creating the neural network. That creates because of our habit. That habit creates in our mind continuously. That makes that prapta karma. These two karmas ask you to behave the way you want to behave for a particular action. Like let's say somebody is scolding you. There are different options to respond to. You can politely ask them, oh, you are scolding me, what's the problem? You can discuss, or you can get it out of that place, or you can fight with them. These three options can be chosen by yourself, but your mind itself will do something. You have to do this way. Your mind will say this way, you have to do this way. That is called agamiya karma. A means our anma, soul. Kamya, again, it's like a lust. Is connected with the lust and trying to act for that. It's like a bad habit will be created in your body and it's always inducing to do that. Like somebody is alcoholic guy. When he didn't drink the alcohol, he will feel like shivering. That's called agamiya. Why I'm trying to say this, agamiya karma, what happening, There are like in our body, there are different glands in our body. When the mind functioning a particular way, this has to be done. Immediately, our body will respond to that actually by inducing some kind of hormones in our body. Like olden days, people lives in the jungle. In the jungle, what will happen? There will be a animal will come and hit the people. That time, there is a natural hormone will secrete in us, adrenal. The adrenal will pump the glucose in your body, which will give you kind of energy to fight or flee from the place. That energy is still in our body. When something happening in your body, your adrenal will pump and give you kind of energy and make you to fight a kind of thing. What happens when you're not doing this, utilizing this adrenal glucose, it will become, in long run, it will be problem. So this kind of problem, so what I'm trying to explain, the mind, as per the mind, your body will use some kind of chemical through organs, through the glands. Agna is the one, is near to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is the gland which control all our glands. When you control Agna, all our glands will be come to control, and it will go with your opinion or your option, conscious decisions. Which means when you do Agna meditation, your Agamiya karma will go away, which means the induction of doing something will be vanished because it will come to the subtle mind. The frequency will be lowered down and it will make it of Agamiya karma. Duriya, this is the next level of meditation. This is a crown chakra of your head. If you do that meditation, your brain glands will be like activated, all the nerves will be activated and gives you kind of peaceful feelings, and frequency of the mind also will be getting reduced. Because of that, you will get rid of your prapta karma, and the second stage. This is the second stage. Your karmas will be vanished, which means there is a karma which is because of that prapta karma which you have in your mind, that you give you kind of problem that will be diluted, which means which I'm trying to say again, whatever the karma you have to experience it will be experienced with a little pain and go away from that. It will be subtle when you do the Duriya. And Duriya Dita meditation, if you go to that, you will merge with the ultimate absolute space, and it goes to the purity, and you will understand the creation of the world, how it's created. Everything will becomes to you. You will get like a equal to Adi. Adi means it's a oldest form, which means the first form of the universe is that form. You will connect with this Samadhi. Sama means equal to that Adi. That's why Samadhi stage, which you will get like everything equal to the equal stage will be quiet and clean. So these are the meditations will help you to control your mind, as well as our system teach you how to control your thoughts also, because mind comes to. So now when you do this meditation, your mind come to control. It will control that. But when you have control, first you have to know which way how to give that energy through that. If you give in a bad way, you'll give you bad result. Give in a good way, you'll good result. That's why Maharishi has fabricated fantastic technique called introspection. In the introspection, if you go to the classes of introspection, it will start from the analysis of thoughts, because thought is the first point start for the action. So Maharishi gives the technique to analyze your thought. If you sit idly for 5 minutes and think, observe your thoughts, will be thousands of thoughts will come, and you will see. If you write them, you will get confused. You will go somewhere like your childhood, something like your school, and somewhere it's like your college level, somewhere fight happens between them. I will be something like a pleasure kind of thing. It'll wobble. If you write them, which is good thought, which is bad thought, you try to eliminate them. There is a beautiful technique Maharishi has given to us, how to eliminate, how to understand the thought, how to eliminate the things, and make a good thought process. The second stage is anger management. The third stage is eradication of worries. Like that, a lot of techniques are available. So this meditation along with the introspection, you give you good prayer to the God, because you know the God, what is God? Well, the God is the one, it gives you freedom to do whatever you need, and it gives you everything, but whatever you do, you will get experience of with that same. That's the only principle of God. This gives that without any compromise. So you understand the concept, and you understand your mind thoughts, where it is going and coming back, and control the mind thoughts and direct them in a correct way. Yes, this is what I already explained. Agna says the progress in state of awareness, life energy conserved, loss prevented, which means one more thing I like to say. As I said, like when the energy goes out of your sensual pleasures, like imagine there is a pipe. In the pipe, water is going fully. If the pipe is getting a lot of holes, what will happen? The water will spill out. The end of that pipe, you will get very less pressure, which means our energy in our bodies goes with the different pleasure things, like through ears and this thing. You are spending time only with senses, and it gives the losses, which means the energy won't be absorbed. But in Agna Chakra, Agna, what we are doing, we are sitting ideally, closing the eyes, closing the mouth, not speaking, not thinking anything, controlling your mind. So every wastage is prevented, received. So the life energy is getting more, and you will get like a pressure at the point where you are meditating it. New imprints are prevented. Why new imprints are prevented? Because the action what we do, we have a control on it. We will not do the action based on sensual requirement. Based on conscious reason, we can go for it. Physical and mental health improves, leads to peace, because the biomagnetic energy increases that give a quality of thoughts, and physical quality also will automatically improves, because this energy is the fundamental for your physical strength, everything. And Duriya Sakram, as I said, like conscious and to see, this will go to subconscious level. Dormant brain walls, endocrine glands, body are activated, old imprints are cleared. That's what I said already. Duriya meditation, the conscious merge with the original samadhi, mind will get rid of Maya, and the cycle of birth will be comes to end. Because if it goes to ultimate, one more fundamental you have to understand, the human equal to God plus impurities. When you have impurities, only human will be created. When the impurities are removed, we are equal to God. There is no birth or death again to happen. What is Maya? Maya is like what we feel like is not real. That's a real kind of Maya. This who were already in the system knows that, who were not in the system, for simply little explanation, whatever you see is like a temporary one. But the temporary one, the span of your life seeing that is very, very short. But in a long run, let's say, if you have like a water bottle, the water bottle will have a lifespan of 10 years, let's say. The 10 years is the shortest span for the universe to grow. Like it's lakhs of years goes, it's very, very short. It goes and comes and goes back. But our life is 10, like maybe 100 years. Well, 10 years is the considerable value. So we are seeing like this is a permanent. But actually it's not a permanent. It will goes to different places. It will create and goes back kind of thing. So what we think like to possess something, we need us, thing, that thing, everything we are thinking, everything temporary, it goes away. That's the principle of Maya. We'll understand when you do this kind of meditation later stages. As I said, Turiya meditation is the one is connecting with the whole universal magnetic field. There is a Kural hymn. First I will say in Tamil and then I can give you the English meaning. Tavam Seivar, Tam Karmam Seivar, Allar, Avam Seivar, Asai Vayapattu, which means performing one's duty is a mission of pinnacle in the life. Otherwise, it's a mere pursuit of lust. Which means, Tabam, when you do meditation, you will do your karma. What's your karma? You have to get rid of the karma and go to the ultimate stage. That's your life when you do meditation. When not doing this thing, you will tie up with the lust and go with the problems. And the second poem is this thing. Vendiya Vendiyanga Edilal Seitavam Indu Muyalapadum. Tirukural. Timely achievement of business is possible through astronomy and pinnacle in life, which means when you do meditation, whatever you need, you will get in your life, because you will think only good thing, you will think only positive thing, and you know, your mind knows what is your desire for it, you will ask only that, and you will get everything in your life. Otherwise, you will get only the again karmas, which will give you pleasure and pain, pleasure and pain. The life cycle will increase further and further. And why we says our method is superior? It is because in olden stages, this meditation was there are different techniques available. In olden stages, there are different kind of, there are chakras in our body. There are 6 chakras, starting from Mooladhara to Duriya. There are 6 chakras. Each chakras, when you want to bring Agna chakra, you want to suppress from Mooladhara to Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anadaga, Visukti, I want to pass through. This is possible in a olden stage by breathing techniques. They are called Pumbagam, Puragam, and Pumbagam Rachorya. So by breathing technique, they make it, but it takes long time. During that time, you cannot do any sensual actions, like you can't have a family life. So that's why the saints are going to the jungle and do the meditation over there and try to bring that Agna level. It not happen easily. So people might die even in the halfway through. Whole life will not be available. But Maharishi has simplified this technique by using the masters who learned and experienced that. They will bypass all the chakras first, they will bring to the Agna. When the body gets controlled, remaining chakras will be taught to us. So this is a beautiful technique. I wish you continue your prayer. Of course, these prayers are for good, but add with the meditation and karma yoga, understanding, and all the techniques Maharishi gives. If you understand that, you'll have a pleasure in your life. That prayer will give you only pleasure. I'm 100% guarantee about it. Be blessed by divine. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It was indeed an excellent speech. You well said that simplified Kundalini meditation is one of the best prayers we can do. Yes, definitely. The simplified Kundalini meditation, that is our Maharishi has taught it as Jnana Yoga, and this definitely helps us to come up in life, and all the prayers we do will definitely be of good natured, so that everything will be answered. Thank you very much, sir. Dear friends, it's now question answer time. Anybody having any questions, just raise your hand. We will unmute you.